This is why you need to start paying for things. Sorry, it's true. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Mike Cheshire from Wicked Monday. Hope you are doing well today. It's a Monday and it's looking pretty grey outside. Kind of winter's pretty much settled in. It's kind of staying about 0 degrees outside, but yeah, we're kind of getting through it now. So I just wanted to talk about how not paying for things doesn't really help you. So this is kind of a tough situation for me at the moment. So obviously, like the early stages and things, trying to get some traction, however you can, kind of thinking of different ways to do that. So how I'm actually looking at it is just get some attention on myself and the services I can provide. So I've kind of offered to do some services for people for free, so they can get an idea of like the work that I'm doing and how I can actually impact their business. But the problem is I'm obviously offering for free, and the problem with that is that people don't really value what they get for free as much. You can kind of think about it in terms of, you see something online that says you can get this free download, just give us your email and then you can download it. There'll be multiple of those like throughout the day, probably, like I do. Find it, download it, and put it down, just and kind of forget about it. And it's one of those things that you kind of do, and then you don't value it as much because you haven't really paid for it. You haven't put your money down and paid for it. So it kind of feels the same way. Obviously, this is like services, so it's a little bit different. Rather than having some kind of item that you get, even more so is like obviously you can get some for free. You just pay for shipping, and then you get the book, and then it'll just sit on the shelf. But you put some money down to get a physical object, so you're probably more likely to read it than you would not. But even other things that I've bought that's pay for shipping, but it's not actually a book. I kind of had a quick look, but then discarded it as well. It's like, if you don't actually put the money down and put your money into it, then you're not really going to value it as much. And it's probably also the same for something of kind of scale, I would guess. So if you pay for something cheap, you don't value it as much as if you put a lot more money into it as well. It's kind of, so it's just like a sliding scale, really, of like valuing it to yourself because of the amount of money you've actually invested into it is going to change dramatically. So I'm really considering changing things up and actually doing something worthwhile. But just in terms of like pricing and everything like that. But the problem is just to get the attention initially. So it's kind of a hard stage, obviously being early as well, trying to do that. It's like the key thing is just getting the attention on you and just showcasing the value you can provide. It's also another thing of just not having the testimonials, I guess, being able to like showcase like the exact value you can bring. It's trying to sell it in, or the value you can bring without enough backing it up. Obviously, when you can do that, then you can start pricing your services in a better way, and that can just scale up as you get more and more results and positive feedback and testimonials and all things like that. So just need to keep on cracking on with this type of stuff. Not saying it's like the best way to do it, just saying that's kind of the process I'm doing right now. So hopefully that's going to be useful. If you enjoyed this, I'd love to get a thumbs up, give a comment if you got some feedback for me, if you can help me, if you want some help, anything like that, then get in touch. And if you really want to follow my journey, then why don't you hit subscribe down below. So thanks for your time. Hopefully you have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.